What's going on, car guys and car gals? We are hanging out over here at DC20 in St. Louis and at the headquarters of DriveCentric having some fun. And looks like we roped in another high quality guy to come on here and enhance this brew. But this is kind of like a generational thing. We got somebody special. Do you guys recognize this face? For those of you that know great car guys in the industry, this is the heir of the one, the only
David
Long. We have the one, the only Alex Long is up on the Car Guy Coffee Podcast.
Welcome to the party, man. As soon as he walked into this place yesterday, when we were at the hotel, we were getting ready to have dinner before we went out to the ball game, and he walked in, and I immediately was like, "Alex?" He was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Dude, I've been watching you grow up in social, right, with your dad, and it's neat to see you here and starting to take the role into the automotive industry, man. And that's really neat. DriveCentric is a really, really great company. It's a great place to be teamed up with. And one thing is, I know that you're out now, you're doing a little dabbling in the automotive world. You're working with Kyle over at Rev Dojo, man. So awesome stuff. Way to dip your toes in the industry, but your whole life has been part of the industry.
Oh, yeah, always.
Yeah, man. So tell us what you like most about what's going on over at Rev Dojo.
I mean, there's so much to grow with Rev Dojo.
Yeah.
I mean, every day we're getting new clients,
Yeah.
talking to new people, I'm meeting new dealers, especially the opportunity. I mean, I've been only working there for a couple months, and the fact that I'm here and I've met you great people, I mean, there's not much more I can really ask for.
Yeah, brother. Right now it's about the network that you're growing. You're young, you're coming up, you're going to be looking at different angles of the automotive industry. Obviously, you do have a good leader inside you with your man Kyle, but also with your father as a mentor. That's somebody that's definitely going to guide you and at least point you to the right direction. And it's up to you to drink the water. We as fathers, we bring our kids to the water and we're like, hey, drink, and we can't make you drink it. It's great to see you actually drinking some of that car guy water right now. So congratulations. Welcome to the industry. I know right now you're still in college. Tell everybody a little bit about your college experience.
So I go to Boise State. Enjoying
Come on.
that.
Okay. Broncos, baby.
Doing full summer classes so I can get out earlier, so I can really get into the industry quicker.
Yeah, that's pretty neat. So he's not just going to do the 4 years and take his time. He's like, you know what? I'm going to finish early, take some summer courses because he's eager to get in the automotive. So I guess that was the deal with your dad. Go finish college and get into the industry. I love that you're doing that. You played a lot of basketball through your. What do you think basketball is going to do for you when it comes into getting into the business?
I actually heard something today from Kyle, and he was talking about teamwork.
Yeah.
How basketball is a team sport. The automotive industry is a huge team sport.
Absolutely.
You can't do it without the others.
Absolutely.
So
that's a fact.
You can't play against 5 with 1.
But you can still be an individual superstar with a great team, right? And a lot of times teams need that superstar to step up. I think one thing that's going to be a great role for you, because I saw you could shoot lights out, man. Not only could you handle the ball really well and you were a physical player, but you would light it up in people. If they left you any space, you shot the ball. That's something inside somebody that not everybody has. I've seen a lot of great shooters in basketball who just won't pull the trigger, right? And I'd rather have somebody who shoots maybe a smaller percentage, but is not afraid to take the shot, right? You were never afraid to take the shot. So that was really cool to see you do that. And it's neat to see you doing that now in this industry. Not only is it a team sport, but again, you're going to be the guy taking the shot. So take those shots when you get an opportunity, brother. You're going to see yourself and be very proud how some of those are going to just hit the bottom of the net every time it splash. So pretty awesome, man. No, Rev Dojo is a great place to go. You do have Kyle is a great guy to really get mentored with also. He's somebody that I've known for a long time. I met him many years ago when he was with Cardone, and he came in and he was at a store that we were working, and there was a guy named Adam Marburger there too, and a few other great car guys. And it was just amazing to see that the synergy, even when he was there, even though we were in there doing some kind of training in a sense, some sales, he was cool with all of us and we were cool with him, and it just all connected, right? And it still connects today, almost 2 decades later. So it's pretty amazing to see how far everybody's gone and what they're doing. But man, this event, DriveCentric, DC20, you've never probably been to an event like this yet, especially as an employee of a company doing that.
Yeah.
What has been your experience so far this morning?
Everyone's so friendly.
Yeah.
Easy to talk to. I mean, the amount I can learn from all these people in such a short time. I mean, I literally landed yesterday.
Yeah.
I leave tomorrow. But the fact that I've already learned and we've been here for 4 hours maybe.
Yeah.
It's just insane.
It is insane, man. And it's good because right now you're just a big giant sponge. You're soaking up everything you can, and please keep doing that. You're going to learn some great things, some stuff that you may not like so much, some stuff that you're like, that's definitely something I want to incorporate or even share with some of my clients and also incorporate in my life, and that's a big deal. Lou and I, we do a lot of similar things. When we first came in, we were like, okay, the first couple of years in the automotive industry, even selling cars, there was a lot of learning, a lot of soaking in like a sponge. And I know Lou's, he's a father of 4, grandfather of almost 3 now, getting ready to have his 3rd grandchild. But, you know, so he definitely knows what it's like to show people and teach and then see them sponge up too. So I know Lou probably has something on that.
Well, because you are the sponge, because you're in the posture that you're in right now, what is it that's making you lean more into automotive to learn from, to glean from, to pick up? What is it that's kind of inspiring you most about our industry?
Because there's no young people in it, really. There's no real future. And I know that there's going to be because I'm only 20, the fact that I can get into the industry at a young age and really one day help grow it even more, like my dad.
Yeah.
He's done a lot. But I mean, I've never asked a kid and he's like, I want to be in the car industry.
That's a great statement. And it's true.
Exactly,
you know,
we're doing this,
and you don't see that too often. And the idea is we want people to feel like this is a good industry. Everyone has kind of like a certain perception of what automotive is, right? But you know, because you grew up with a great father who cared about his people, cared about his clients, cared about all that. So you don't think of car guys as being dirtbags, liars, cheats, and stealers, right? You think of them as being people who want to help their community, that are ingrained in their community, but more importantly, are great fathers. They take care of their family. They do all the right things, and then they encourage their kids to do the right things. Right.
Exactly.
So you see the light. Our kids see the light side of automotive, and you could be a great voice for that. As you come up, you could just keep preaching that. Please never stop preaching how this is a good industry to be part of. And we need to teach this. Our high school teachers, they have bad perceptions of us. They think car guys are the worst people in the world until they meet one, and then they realize they're good people.
Exactly.
The camaraderie that we're building inside of this industry is different for your generation than it has been for ours. So there's a lot that you all now have available to you that we just didn't have in different tools and techniques that we're teaching and learning now that were just not the way that the light was for us when we came into this business. What is it like for you being seeing things in your vantage point? Like you've always seen from a distance by way of dad being so in the industry, but now you coming up as somebody that's driving a car, buying cars, doing all the same things. What is it like for you seeing kind of the transition of what the car business is like now and thinking about what it was like back when we were doing it? Could you even imagine what that was like?
I mean, not really. I mean, the online factor, that's insane. I mean, most people sell most of their cars online. You get people coming in. I mean, I couldn't even imagine. I don't even know how they did it back then. Got people really in.
Yeah.
Besides them just driving down the highway, seeing the big signs. Or I remember the big balloons that were 300.
Balloons sell cars, y'all. They still sell cars, yeah.
He hates those wavy guys.
Oh, wow.
He
Do you know, like these things?
Yeah.
Like these wacky, wavy, inflatable flailing arm men?
He hates
Wow.
those.
Oh yeah. Well, it's because he thinks it's silly. He thinks that instead of trying to coerce people to come in, they should want to come in, right? And if you really learn how to use social, you make your website more friendly, have great, ways, BDC companies that help you, or even internal BDC, or train your people how to handle phones and leads, right? If you can do that, you're going to have a much better return. But most people, to your point, they start purchasing online. Even if they end up coming in, they start their purchase online. They're looking at websites, they're looking at your inventory, they're looking at different banks and different loans. They're doing all this stuff. So before they come in, they're pretty educated. Well, in our day, I don't like to age myself, and I don't want to age your father David either. But back in our day, when we started, everything was paper.
Yeah.
Everything was sent out. Thank you notes were sent by hand. You talked on the phone. We didn't have text messaging. We didn't have social media to be able to connect and share and do all this stuff. We had to market ourselves in phone books. You ever seen a phone book, like a real solid book?
Right. I used it as firewood one time.
Yeah, exactly. But back in the day, that was a big way to market yourself. You put yourself in the phone book, in the yellow pages, as they called it, right? So there was so many different ways. But now we can do it almost for free. It just takes a little time. It takes a little bit of work and a little energy and some optimism, right? Because you got to do it. And even if you don't see results, eventually you will. So I think that's great that you have that perspective. Being a 20-year-old man, and you're coming into this industry, what communication looks like. But at the same time, you're going to find that even for the young people coming into the industry, there's still people who want to communicate analog. So you start to learn how to do that. So it's a good thing for you to learn how to not just be able to use the tools you have already that you've been using your whole life, but also tools that are older. We're actually picking up the phone.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I noticed about my son, he's 21, is that when he answers the phone, he doesn't answer it the way I grew up. When I grew up, when we answered phones, you were like, and we had phone lines at the house, hard lines, you would answer, Lenart's residence, how can I help you, sir, ma'am? My son just goes, hello? right?
You calling me?
You like, why are you calling me? Right? I get it. It's just different. So there's a little bit of stuff that needs to be taught, but at the end of the day, it's all about communication, and we have great tools to do that today.
Heck yeah. And you're learning about how to integrate and work those tools. Again, you are working with Rev Dojo, who is sponsoring this event, who's integrated with DriveCentric, one of the few that are. What is it like being able to know that you're actually part of a company that's contributing to the forward thinking of an industry?
It's great to think. The fact that I've been going to meetings since I was 8, and now that I'm part of the revolution, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Even though I'm new to it, but I mean, there's so much more we could do, we could climb so much higher. Not saying we're pretty much, we're not there, but we're going to, and there's no roof, there's no top to the mountain.
Never.
And that's what I'm excited for. We can just grow and grow and grow.
Man, that's so awesome. That kind of flows right in line with dropping our F-bombs. Were you in there when we dropped F-bombs earlier?
I don't think so, no.
You weren't when we were dropping F-bombs. We were forgiving,
Oh, yeah.
focusing, and flying so we can keep growing. But we're going to do it one time here on the show because we have the one, the only Alex Long up in here. We're going to forgive, focus, fly because that is exactly
we
what
are.
we are.
But before we do, I want you all to know, if you guys are looking for some help at Rev Dojo, call him. He's in the sales department. He's looking to build his book of clients, but his friendship and his network. So you go to alex@revdojo.com, reach out to him. He's ready to take a conversation with you right now. Set an appointment, have some fun, pick his brain, learn something from him, and he may learn something from you. Let's go. Let's go, Lou.
Well, speaking of learn something, you just learned how to drop some F-bombs. Let's do it. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Forgive. Focus, fly, and keep growing, keep growing. We'll see you soon, everybody. I'm Lou Ramirez, the car guy.
And I'm Ferlin Arts, subprime hero.
We are live at DC20 in St. Louis, DriveCentric headquarters with the one, the only, Alex Long. That's right, everybody. We'll see you soon.
Appreciate you.
Peace.
Later.